going live.
Oh my god, we're live! Ow!
Seb wasn't ready. I had a mouthful of nuts.
Nice. If only someone who was in control. Oh, Jack, it was you.
Yeah.
Jack there, pressing the live button. Mouthful of
We are
nuts.
back.
Morning.
Oh, you're right, Seb. What's the matter? You seem down.
I got to bed late because we had this psychology webinar last night.
That wasn't late.
Oh yeah, it was. Mate, it's an hour later for me.
It finished at like 9:30, dude.
Yeah, and then we went on for another hour or so talking nonsense on our video chat. Nah, it wasn't nonsense.
It just took a while to try and get any words out of Scraps, that's all.
I know, right? So what
Oh,
did you take out this psychology webinar, Scraps? I don't know.
We love you, Scraps.
And then second question, he just copied Rob's answer. So I think I'm strong with my transition. Got that mindset. I can transition well after making mistakes.
You got to give it to him. He gave his answer. So, yeah, that'll do.
Scraps doesn't even realise he makes mistakes during a game.
To be fair, Scraps was a lot easier to work with than you were, Seb, because wanted an answer out of you and just went, I don't have any issues with my psychology. I'm the best.
That's exactly the thing was.
That's exactly what you said.
That's the very first sentence I said, and from that afterwards, I was very constructive and made plenty of full answers.
But you said I don't have anything to work on.
No, I didn't say that. I said what I took from that. No, I can't say it now. We're live, you know. Too late now. Too late. Gil, grow up, man.
Oh, now you talk back.
Yeah.
Right, guys. First things first. Oh, Seb froze.
I think he has, or he's just
Can we
holding
take a screenshot of that?
Silly face. No, I think he's just holding it. I don't think his camera's froze.
That's really impressive.
Hey, we might have lost Seb.
This is good. This is really good.
Oh,
In fact, I'm just
leave that window up. Leave that window up. It's better. Look. Hey, Jack, how you doing?
that.
There's no interruption.
Hey, how you doing?
This is insane. Hi, guys. Look at him. Oh, dear. Brilliant.
Yeah, so what we were going to... It's probably better that Seb's gone down while we're trying to talk about the stuff we have to talk about. But for everyone watching, we have got a Wheelchair Rugby League quiz coming on this Saturday.
Oh.
So it's going to be a battle between me, Fred, and Seb. And what we'll be doing is asking questions. Call it battle, more like a massacre.
Yeah, it's going to be good. I reached out to my lot and I said to him, like, get together, jump in like a video call or some sort of chat, and like do it as a team. You know, bit of team bonding off the court as such. But yeah, looking forward to it, man. It should be fun.
Yeah. What we're asking is for one of the rounds, we're asking the public to send in their questions. So if they have any questions to do with Wheelchair Rugby League, even the running game to an extent, but don't expect much out of us because we're not very clued up there.
Yeah.
But any questions around Wheelchair Rugby League is perfect. Send them into wheelchairrugbyleague@gmail.com, and then my lovely wife will get them, and she's going to organise us because we can't.
Yeah, I've done a great pitch around, mate. I cannot wait for it. Like,
Jade's shaking her head.
Jade, mate, do you know when you do something, you're like, that's good. That's good.
Seb back in.
Oh, yeah.
There he is.
Great. Seb's back.
What are you doing, Seb?
Sarah accidentally turned off the Wi-Fi box.
Thanks, Sarah. I'll give you that money straight away.
And she didn't even tell me. I was like, shit, what's happened? The stream's gone off. All right. I look at Sarah, like, the stream's just finished. And I think, oh, God. I check my internet. And then after about 2 minutes, she says, oh, yeah, I accidentally turned the box off. Sorry.
She just wants to have a nice, quiet lunch.
C'est pas ça que j'ai dit. Tu comprends pas l'anglais, frérot? Calme-toi.
This is domestic.
This is fighting.
There's a certain... Yeah, I mean...
Lockdown fighting.
I agree, Martin. He does always freeze on big occasions.
Which big occasion we were talking about? That moment I was just insulting Martin Gill. I can't remember what I was saying before I got cut off.
Oh, actually, I've got a shout out. This is Scott Cooper, bless him. He got his brand new RGK Elite. He just has to sit and look at it in his house. I feel for you, buddy. I know that's a long time coming, man. But yeah, stay strong. We'll be back at it soon, dude.
I saw one of the RGK ambassadors, a British woman that plays tennis, and she has one of those things you made, Jack, at home roller.
I've seen it, yeah. What's it? Rob Hawkins is looking at getting one.
Good, though.
Well, yeah, because I made mine out of scrap.
Yeah, good job, Jack.
Yeah, thanks, mate.
Out of Nathan.
I just made it out of scrap metal.
We've got to have notepads next to us, so every time we make a joke, like score it.
Score what?
There you go. Rick's in the chat. Looks great though. See, straight away, Jack. The community's got your back if Seb don't.
Yeah. Cheers, Rick. Yeah. Sod off, Seb. Sorry, I need to stop eating these walnuts, don't I?
Yeah, mate. We're only talking to people, and you got a mouthful of nuts.
Yep. Right. So the game today. In fact, do you guys want to talk about the game? I've got a mouthful.
We don't, mate. You're the only one that knows what game we're watching.
All right.
All I know is
the 2019 New South Wales Grand Final.
One for Tim.
Yeah, and that's between West's Tigers and St. George Dragons.
What the
How
hell
many teams do you have in Australia? I'm just creating my.
Is he on Tinder? Where is it?
Yeah.
straight after a row. No, I'm just creating my notepad, but I'm not very good at it. So it's just to note my joke from earlier on. Shit. 10.
This is riveting content.
This is not happening very well, is it?
So the game, Jack.
Yeah, should we bring that up?
We've mentioned the quiz. That's Saturday, 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock for Seb.
Oh yeah, I forgot to say what time the quiz was. It's going to be at 7, isn't it?
Yeah, mate. Is it not in the
St. George?
We've got an event on the Facebook page, and I think there was a poster up with all the information as well.
Yeah, and we've got a little discount code for the beard struggle.
Oh yeah,
chuck that in now. That's a little company that have from Canada actually. Yeah, they've sort of sent out a little discount code to support the community we're building here. So yeah, get on that, guys. Little beard action.
Looking at you, Seb.
I'm scruffy. I'm just gonna shave it off when I can. The thing is, in my new flat, I don't have a mirror in the bathroom, so
I think that's a good thing.
I can't shave. It's very annoying.
I mean, you should count yourself very blessed with that.
I'm waiting for the mirror to be delivered. It's not happening straight away.
Right, here we go.
Tim, could you tell us how many teams there are in New South Wales and in Australia in general? If you know approximately.
Pause it for a sec, Jack. It's skipping about a little bit.
Skipping a lot. Actually.
I take it the Tigers are playing in black and orange.
Yeah, I think so.
Good guess, I think.
I'm going for it. I don't. And the other team was
Illawarra, St. George.
St. George. Cool.
In New South Wales.
I don't think they're French over there, but yep.
Well,
let's see if that's any better.
Nope.
No.
Tell Jade to stop playing Fortnite. Seriously, mate.
I'll hook it up.
Is she actually playing Fortnite now?
Yeah.
Jack,
mate.
we're live.
We're really sorry about Jack's lack of seriousness in this live. I mean, it's really annoying.
He comes on stream.
He presses live. He's not ready. He's eating nuts.
His
girlfriend's playing. Well, his wife is playing Fortnite, so his internet connection is slow.
It's
just a waste of our time. I mean, I could have had lunch in 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Stop talking about food.
12.
I haven't had anything to eat during this live. You've been eating a whole bag of nuts and all sorts.
Just to rub it in.
And with... No.
Still jumping?
Yeah, mate.
This year we have 4 teams in Tier 1 and 4 in Tier 2 in our main New South Wales comp. We also have a comp in Western Sydney with 4 teams.
You forget how far away they are, don't you?
I know, yeah. Not sure how many exactly in Queensland, but they have a comp in South East and far North Queensland. Wow.
It's a lot of teams.
4, 8, 12, and more. So, I'm guessing this is Tier 1.
How's it looking?
Skipping, mate.
Skipping, mate.
Yeah, skipping bad. Yeah, I can't go up.
She stopped playing Fortnite.
You tell her.
Jack!
Oh my god.
Can't do
something else?
I'll message her now.
I'll call her.
She won't answer.
I know, she's too busy playing.
I feel like the other halves are just sabotaging this for you, Stu. I'm not going to lie. Like, Sarah's turned off the Wi-Fi. Jade's playing games.
The only one on his team is Lottie.
Yeah, mate.
Watch out for the Dragons player in a cap. First of all, who plays with a cap on? Honestly, it's a lack of respect for your opponents. I would hate to play against someone with a cap on. I'd go up to him and just slap it off him.
Wow.
That's Tim, Seb.
I know it's Tim.
Right.
But I'm just saying, when you're playing a proper game, and especially a wheelchair rugby league final, you don't wear a cap.
Did you call Jade? I've messaged her, but she's not looked at it.
Have you ever seen anyone in the running game wear a cap? No. So why would you do it indoors on a wheelchair? Honestly.
Can't remember the name of him, but like the first World Cup 08, there was one of the players who played. I can't think he was called George. He wore a cap for the entire tournament, sort of thing, and I think that's like something that's like part of the game for the Aussies.
Oh,
I've
hang
seen
on.
quite a few people play with caps.
We're not skipping anymore. Can you say thank you to Jade? She's still paying 100%. Jack, disappointing. Right, so who is that? Brad Groves there?
Yeah, I recognise quite a lot of players here actually.
Yeah, there's a lot of the team. That's Corey at the back, isn't it? Number 19's Corey.
Oh, Rick's called you out, Seb. In the running game, they often wear those padded hats. Oh,
that's not a cap though. That's for their head protection, mate. A cap's not going to protect your head. It's not at all the same. No, that's protective gear.
You're never going to win, Rick. So
protective gear.
Why has one player on the Tiger team got a number?
Captain, maybe?
Who needs numbers, mate? Overrated.
That reminds me of the vlogs that we were doing in Australia, and the first time Seb took over, he goes on to he goes to do like the first video of the day, and he's like, "Hi guys, Seb, I'm in fact, I don't need to tell you who I am. I think you all should know by now." And then walks on.
I
was expecting you to do that on your isolation video.
It's the New South Wales final. So we have St. George's Dragons against the West Tigers. Is that it?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
That's the Aussie New South Wales final. And by watching this game, a lot of these players are actually on the Aussie team. So this guy with a beard, for example.
Yeah.
This guy that caught the ball there, 21, Brad Groves. I'm pretty sure number 20 as well.
No one else has numbers on the Tigers team. That is unlucky.
I think I saw Steph as well, Rushkost. Rusgust. Rusgust. Anyway. Stefan. No. Stefan plays here as well, doesn't he? I think I saw him somewhere.
Yeah, Stefan.
Carry.
There he is. That's him there, isn't it?
Yeah, there he is.
Spinning around. That's Stefan. St. George side. Corey Canaan. Craig Canaan. Yara Ryan. Crane. Eddie Morgan and me. Who's me? Oh, yeah, that shithead with the cap on. Yeah, that's you.
I cannot wait until he refs. Actually, no, I can because I'll probably be on your team.
Yeah. Mate.
That's the point. We don't know if you're going to be playing, do we?
Be patient, mate. Be patient.
Be patient. This one.
Just practice, okay? Just train a bit. And maybe one day.
Oh, man.
Tigers on at the moment. Brad Grove. Pretty sure there's an S there. It's Brad Groves. Liam Loof. Stefan Rusgust. Jason Retard. And Michael Jordan.
What did you just say?
God, I'm in shape this morning.
No. Oh,
go
great
on, Brad.
pace.
Oh, we got
amazing tag. Who's that? 17. It's a shame. It's a shame you didn't just put numbers there with your team.
I do like is they do have a full size pitch, it's like proper wide and all that.
Yeah.
Not like that game we watched the day before yesterday.
It looks a little bit slippy, doesn't it?
It's really
shiny.
Yeah.
But at least it's full size.
Here it comes.
Not like that final we up the other day.
Too fast for him, Tim.
Go on, Tim.
That's what's coming for you, Seb.
Wow, I'm scared. Oh my God. Just don't wear a cap when you're playing against me, Tim. Honestly, I'll slap it off you.
In a way, I hope that he doesn't get on the Australia team, so he has to ref you. But in other ways, I do hope you get on the Australia team. I think it'll be a hell of a lot more funny if he's reffing you, Seb.
I think it'll be better if you just stay at home, mate.
Oh.
Ringing soon.
Tim, you might be able to tell whenabouts was this final played? Was it before or after the England tour, the Ashes tour?
Before.
I reckon it was before.
Yeah.
Just for the support guys.
Nice kick.
Lottie's just started watching the stream, you know?
Oh, thanks, Lottie.
Oh, thank you, Lottie.
Unlike some other girl I know who's should be supporting us as well, but she's actually ruining everything. From the other room.
If we shout loud enough, Lottie might be able to hear.
Come and sit with Fred.
Off the camera.
I'm okay with you being here. So
a lot of the drives are getting taken up the middle, aren't they? It's not they're not going to the set up. What are you laughing at?
Just that I'm talking to Charlotte. That's all right. Leave me alone.
A lot of the drives are all in the centre of the field, aren't they? They're not really using the width.
Yeah.
That's a bit too direct. Oh, how was the yoga?
I want to watch you do yoga. You know, I got a yoga mat as well. I started yoga before this started, and then
my problem is especially like when I was at dance school and stuff. I was like, yeah, I'm pretty flexible, got a good core strength and all that sort of thing. And then I was doing that, and it was just a different level, mate. Like I said, I should have probably started with beginners rather than the intense body workout, whatever it was we did.
I went to one class with Jade before, and it was difficult doing the stretching parts. But right at the end, then they had like a nap time. It was like being in like.
Yeah, we didn't have that.
Oh yeah, I remember that. I did the nap time. At the end, you just close your eyes.
There's like I can't remember the name for it. There's a proper name for the position where you basically just lay down and go to sleep.
Yeah, this
pause. Shabasna. That's
Good
the
hand.
one.
Why don't
Unfortunately,
you do yoga, Jack?
the handoffs were backwards then.
Say again,
The
Seb.
Tigers. Oh, sorry.
Why don't you do yoga, Jack?
When?
Why don't you?
I do with Jade.
Well, send us some videos in, please.
Did you put dead corpse pose?
Dead corpse pose, yeah.
That
That
must
was
be
mine,
it.
mate. That was mine at the end. Bloody hell. It just never stopped. But there's a lot of crossovers coming from the Tigers, but unfortunately they're passing it when they're on the way back.
Yeah, I think that their play with the ball is very slow, unfortunately. So they they can never gain momentum and use that.
Oh, good stop, Tim.
I think that's the fastest play of the ball we've seen since the beginning of the game. Just then, and it was a try. But
How do you know so much, Seb? You're so smart.
Nah, I'm just mate. I've been playing for a long time, I know the sport. But
From a defensive point of view, they caught him out of position. The guy wasn't
yeah,
sacked.
but why? Why did they
could have got
catch him out
that?
of position?
No, quick play of the ball. I agree.
Exactly.
You said one thing correct.
I think Corey could have got that though. I think he tried to jump out a little bit too hard.
Yeah, he's when he jumped out dead straight. If he'd have jumped out to meet him, it'd have been a bit better. Like aim for the chair first rather than the tag.
I don't know if you just spoiled the game for us, Tim, because we don't know the result.
Oh yeah,
I do. But...
Cheers, Tim.
Thanks, Tim.
God.
Thank you for ruining everything. Right, let's just next game. Bye.
Don't make excuses for Corey.
Wait, I can't delete his message either. Oh,
I can.
Oh wait, I can. I've deleted it. Pretend you didn't see it. Correct, Tim. Oh, he's down. Get out of it.
Mate, if your cap wasn't in the way there, you might have scored that try. But I think you couldn't see where the try line was, and you had to, I don't know. At least your cap's the right colour. I can say that. Tim Robinson.
What is that wheelchair, Tim?
I know.
Really heavy on the front.
The other team's got one as well.
Try.
See, this is where I don't appreciate that as a try. Because
Steve Abel.
Steve Abel's on it.
Exactly. See, that's a real ref there for you, Steve Abel. So in that try, two hands in the air before passing the ball, which I've never played with those rules in France. We've never been allowed to put two hands in the air. And before he offloaded that ball, he had both his hands in the air just to avoid getting tagged, and then offloaded it to the back. So, try whatever, but I don't appreciate it as a try. Just saying.
Can't let him have nothing, can you?
I think it should have been. The official call now is a surrender tackle there. It is. Well, why are you saying no? This is the rules of wheelchair rugby league, is it not?
That went wide. Yeah.
And that's karma for you. Karma just, hits back.
Steve, that's Tim Robertson with the cap on.
Sucking up there with that comment, Seb.
No, he's not. I think he's on about Seb's cap and your cap.
No. Steve Abel was criticising Tim's cap.
Just shut up.
And I was saying that Steve was, whatever. I don't need to suck up anything. Steve likes me already.
Go wider on them drives, Tim. Beat the marker because he's going to tackle everyone.
And he's going to carry on chasing as well, like that one.
Yeah, so that marker's just stopped all of your drives. And you've got no momentum from that. If you just bring a second player with you, or go slightly wider, you can gain way much more terrain.
That was a shame then. You had a really good overlap.
Yeah.
When they choose it, but obviously the kick was there.
It was a tank. Must admit he is a good ref. Don't say that.
Steve, please don't encourage him.
Exactly. Thank you, Steve. No, it was the correct decision to make.
Oh, actually, we can have that conversation if Steve's in the chat. The old is 2 hands in the air more beneficial, or is it more of a hindrance? I look forward. It's nice watching a game that you don't know the result of.
Yeah.
Good pick up, tag
Well caught, Tim. Well done. You managed to see the ball even with that cap on.
He's not going to let this go.
Nice to drop kicked.
I'll just try to find my pen to keep score so we know what score we're on. Did we get the kick?
No, they missed the kick.
So is it 4-0? Tigers haven't scored yet, have they?
I thought the Tigers scored first.
Yeah, they scored first.
No, red team scored first, didn't they?
No, Tigers scored first.
Tigers scored first on that fast play of the ball that we mentioned. Mate, are you watching the game or are you watching Jade play Fortnite?
Watching Fortnite.
Eyes down, mate.
I need a cap. So we're actually 4-4. Oh, thank you, Nathan.
There you go. Dig him out for the whole beginning, and Nathan comes in strong with the info.
We already knew it was 4-4. That's what we just said.
Yeah, all right, mate. Back up, yeah?
So that's a shame he didn't just... He could have scored a try if he just went straight there and then passed to the winger.
Oh, there's the overlap. No, bottled it. Good try.
I will. Yeah, well, they got through with individual skills. It's a shame they could have scored, a few tackles before that. Yeah, by going on the wing there. There was loads of space.
Corey, another Golden Boot nominee.
Yeah, we're good, Will. We're good. We're just mentioning how much we don't like players with a cap on during a game. I don't like it. I don't think you should wear a cap during a rugby game. What's your opinion, Will? I'm an Aussie.
He's digging out Tim, Will.
It's not just Tim. It's just any player that wears a cap. I know Brad used to wear a cap every game as well. I don't know. Have you ever seen someone in the running game wear a cap? That's what I'm just saying. I don't think you should.
Fan of the cap. There you go. He's bang on it. Tim, you've got a little hit list over there, mate.
That kick was good, wasn't it?
Not a fan of the cap. Thanks, mate. Honestly, rugby's like a combat sport. You're going to war. Why are you wearing a cap for, mate?
You mean where they wear helmets?
Yeah.
Your points are just shocking sometimes, man.
Yeah. Well, you wear protective gear if you want to, but not a cap.
No, just say, I don't think you should wear caps. That's it. Don't try and then go, like when they play baseball. They shouldn't wear caps. No, they play.
Well, no, it's called a baseball cap. No, I'm not talking about baseball. We're talking about rugby here.
No, I'm just saying, don't reference those sports either.
It's down to the ref. Should not happen. What, you're talking about caps? Thanks, mate. God, I've got so much support from the comments today.
Come on, buddy.
Today is my favourite day.
Please don't encourage him, Steve.
But then I do understand you, Tim. I mean, you want to hide all that lack of hair on your head. I get it. Must have been a girl in the crowd you wanted to impress or something. I don't know.
Pretty sure he's married with kids, isn't he?
Yeah, well.
Wow.
You remember in the 17 World Cup, Seb, where in that Toulouse court where they were putting the short kick on every single time? And it was Jason Attard, wasn't it? Who was catching it every time.
Yeah.
It must have literally been every single time they kicked off, they got the ball back, and nothing. We tried everything to try and stop it.
Yeah, they're good at kicking. I don't remember it too well though. I'll have to watch it back.
That was a good game, that.
There you go. Jason and the mark again is going to stop everyone.
Yeah, William, it was you. It wasn't Jason. It was William.
Yeah, with the short kicks.
Diab was the one kicking him.
Diab and Will, they've got both of them really good hands.
Big guys too.
Oh, he's moving him back.
I remember getting a picture at the Ashes tour and everyone just towers over me. It's ridiculous. Come on, Tim.
Yeah. Take that wider run, mate.
Yeah, you just gained what? 1 meter? Well done.
I'm starting to fall for it now, Seb. It's like I keep double checking. I've just got to keep double checking that you are joking.
He's up.
Joking about what? Wasn't a joke. They've just got. It's just happening over and over again. They're not using their numbers right now because the markers keep stopping them. If the marker comes up to you, just pass it once, and then you've gained twice the meter.
But you just play wide. You don't even need to pass it. Just take the drive wider.
Yeah, but then some players don't trust their passes enough to pass it wide, so maybe an extra player is the solution.
True.
That's a perfect example.
Three.
Yeah, you just played it
three
wide.
in there. Yeah.
Fast play the ball.
Tag up quick.
And now, right now there should be everyone coming, but because so literally all the red players there were like going a bit back to prepare for a kick, so they could have played it then instead of kicking it.
Yeah.
I see a lot of teams that constantly on the fifth tackle they would kick it. Just that's the only thing they'll do. Whereas sometimes if you just look up and you see the whole defensive team
from here,
retreated, ready for the kick.
Yeah, they're on the retreat from there.
So right now, look, they're all going to start going back for the kick. So when
defensive line's way far back as well.
Yeah, and they could have just gone all three on one side and they would have scored just by playing it instead of kicking it. I'm just saying, sometimes you've got to get it out of your head that you have to kick on the fifth tackle. Sometimes it's better to play. That's my opinion.
The Aussie team did that in the 13 World Cup, to be fair. Remember, we were talking to him and
Tim, no tag on. No tam on. Tim, do you see that? You didn't put a tag on your shoulder.
I was saying in 2013, the Aussie team that came out, there were a lot of like basketball players who were playing then. And they were like doing a full set and getting turning the ball over in their own half, not kicking on the last because they were that focused on completion. They wouldn't even kick on fifth and last. But at the same time, it's like everyone were like telling them to kick on fifth. So there's the other extreme of it. They play too much.
Oh yeah, well, there should never be an extreme because I mean, Brett said, 100%
going
eyes up.
Tim's big time.
Whatever, Tim. You've got to play with what's in front of you. If you look up and the kick's on, you can play the kick. But if everyone's retreating, you shouldn't play the kick. You should just play the ball.
Just a good overload.
Yeah. All the way back. Oh, throws the fake at him. And then has a go at him when he's down. Have it, I think he said.
God, you're slow, Tim. Push your fucking chair, will you?
Wow.
I think actually, let me just go back again. I think there's a point where Tim tries to run with his legs in his wheelchair.
He's like, you can see his head. He doesn't know what to do. Look, watch this back. This is funny.
I think it's just after catches, he's like, go faster.
Go faster. Ready?
Hang on. Is this like he's
Right now, look, ready? And now he goes, I think he was actually trying to fake it back
for
inside.
a fake? 100% for a fake.
But it was overly dramatic fake.
Oh, he run over Tim's hand.
Well, that's what you deserve. It's karma for 2017. There's going to be a lot of karma in this game.
Scraps has been paying attention. I just want to make sure he's got the same score as me. So it's 3 tries, Dragons. So 4, 8, 12, 14 with a kick to come. 14-4. If he comments on here and goes, dunno.
Dunno.
Good
kick. Tim, can you just tell us how slippy the court was and how fast it was? Dunno.
Nathan says he don't know.
It's funny in wheelchair rugby league how much every pitch can be so different.
Yeah,
Has a big effect. It's a big change. Like loads of people hate playing at Halifax because it's like in between rubber and concrete.
Oh, the Hereford's one's the worst one. It's like a sponge.
That's proper rubber, isn't it?
It's hard to push in.
The
Catalan training ground that's proper rubber.
Yeah, it's hard to push, isn't it? It's good for training because it's so hard to push that it really like trains your muscles a lot.
Yeah. Well,
it's really soft. It's really soft.
Oh, take the tag. You got 2. Oh, it's still going.
He's
Nice.
doing a Jack Brown.
One more. Oh no!
What was that? Where is the touch line? Which it's not that red line, is it? It's further.
No, it's
further
not where
out.
the rest standing. Yeah.
So, oh god, that could have been a try. Je sais, Danny, je sais. Je dis ta gueule quand même, connard.
Do you find it weird that Seb's voice gets deeper when he speaks French? Do you put that on, Seb?
Try to sound more manly, mate, but you know.
I think they would have been better than actually playing the ball rather than playing for the penalty.
Yeah, get the fast play of the ball again.
Yeah, they were. The Tigers were not ready.
So that then could have. He drew in 2 players. If Tim was on the left wing there ready, he could have scored a try there instead of passing it back inside. Standard timber court, not a bad court, reasonable grip. I find that sometimes these courts are really dusty, and when it was. How's that not a try? And when they're dusty, it gets really, really slippy. It's really hard to play on a dusty court. So, for anyone that's preparing a pitch for a wheelchair rugby league game out there, please clean up the court before we play. It's so much nicer.
It's just dirty as well. It all ends up on your hands.
I know, yeah, it's awful.
I'm pretty sure he tagged him. Yeah.
Oh my god!
Get that out.
Yeah, literally,
Tim wide open.
10 times there. Oh,
Try. It's got to be. Yeah.
Painful. I got there eventually.
So there's something that our lot speak about because obviously when we first started playing, we was a very individual team and it was working towards easier tries. So for instance, there, if you'd just got the ball out to the wing, that is a much easier try than trying to force through the middle every time.
There was literally
tries.
There was 10 different routes to a try there, and they took the hardest one that went in all sorts of directions before getting to the try.
Brick wall, yeah.
And it could have been much easier tries.
I mean, it happened to us in the game we watched the other day where we did all the work, drew everyone into one corner, then just couldn't get the ball out to score. I mean, it's easier to say now you're watching, but...
Oh, yeah, of course. That's where the psychological webinar was really interesting, because it opened my eyes about being clear-minded during a game, and just playing with your eyes open and seeing those kind of things whilst playing, instead of only seeing it when you watch it back.
I thought you were too good for.
I mean,
No, I am. I'm talking about my teammates.
Oh, I get you. Yeah.
Yeah, you get me.
Oh, nice
oh,
hands.
good hands.
Oh, Brad Groves cutting inside. Bam.
One and only.
Good catch, anyway. That was good hands.
I'm going to watch that again.
And it's good to see a female on the court as well.
There's lots of females in the game, Seth.
I was about to say.
I know, but we don't often see them in I mean, there's not that many. So it's nice to see one, especially in the grand final.
Wow.
Good hands.
I like
That was great court awareness from him.
But then bad defense from the Reds there, because all 5 of the Tiger players were there, and so that means the Red winger was on no one. He had no man.
True.
He should have
I've
been
got a point.
more
I've got a
inside.
point that if that's Halifax, I'd be saying that was a bad pass. Like excellent catch, excellent try, and sort of how they've got it, sort of thing. But that's a bad pass.
Yeah, but it's good awareness because he was fully behind him.
Oh, it's right, knowing he's there, but if you don't pass it to him, right? Did he miss that? No.
I think he hit someone.
Nice. Waving to the fans.
He hit someone else.
That's bad for you. So how come you're not playing Will? Where's Will? Which team does Will play for? I don't know.
Maybe that's why he's not playing. Maybe you should ask what team he plays for first.
Superbe action. Oh, c'est les Australiens, ils sont nuls.
You just know. If he's as bad as... Oh, what's this? He said, Jack, where is your cap?
1 minute.
He's got something else. He wears his bubble things around behind his head.
Good drive. Should have cut in a little bit sooner. Could have got both of the defenders.
Oh, what's happening?
Double tag, I think. I think he had 2 tags on his right arm.
Oh,
Yeah, he did, because he threw one on the floor.
that's a shame, because he had so much time then.
Yeah. Nice. Tag up, tag up. Oh. Jack's ready.
Is that better for you, Danny?
Go back to that. Wait, Seb, did you say, oh my God, to Jack's hat?
Mate, it looks ridiculous. I mean, at least mine was an England one.
Go back a bit. Go back further, buddy.
Representing my country.
Yeah, but we're watching the Australian Grand Final.
Yeah. You got a crocodile behind over there somewhere. Where's your knife? Where's your wombat?
Go out a knife.
You know that
You're
zoo that we
beautiful
went
like
to
your
on the
country.
Ashes tour?
Right,
Yeah, the animal sanctuary.
I was like proper like amazed about that wombat, you know. When they told me
Crushing
about
his enemies with his butt.
Yeah, like literally just crushes his enemies. It's ridiculous. A wombat is badass.
I've got a hard ass.
Right. So they just not. Yeah, they don't set up properly. That's why.
Yeah. Because that was a classic 3-on-3 that should never have got through.
It was a great. The thing was, is it a great run before he drew in, I think, 3 players, but then he pushed back to in front of the person that tagged. Where if you looked, the ref walked forward to where he was. So if he'd have just tagged up and played, they would have scored the one before. But they managed to get it through in the end.
It looked to me like they had the overlap on the wing.
Yeah, but they shouldn't have. The Tigers' defence were too bunched near the post.
So watch it back one last time so we can actually see it, please. Sorry.
Yeah, you'll see. There's 3 of them sat close to the post. One
I'm too focused on Jack's hat now. I can't actually.
So it's after this. So watch the ref. The ref walks up to where he is, and then he pulls himself back. Don't do that. So I think it's after this one here. So yeah, you see they're bunched up to the post. So the winger does the right thing, pushes out to the furthest player, but then the second and third are confused. There wasn't communication there.
Yeah, I think Brad Groves kind of turned around, and they should have just slided as a line towards the touchline.
The winger did the right thing, overshot him, went straight to the furthest.
And Brad Groves should have followed him, and then I think it was Stefan behind. He could have stayed covered behind.
Missed the kick. What's the score now then, Jack?
I've got 26-10.
Okay.
Did they score while I was getting my hat?
I don't think they did, no. He loves his hat.
I'm having too much fun.
There we go, ready for the kickoff. Sitting too shallow there, guys. So with the Tigers line up then, they telegraphed that they was going to do a short kick.
Well, let's do that again. Fred, tell us how to notice that in a game.
But go back a little bit. So watch, all of them are like, there's no one doing a deep run up. There's no one taking any speed in. So if you look here, what's that? There's all players are pretty much in line with nearly the kicker. So you know that ball's not going to go far.
Yeah, I don't think anyone was at full speed then, was it?
I think the red line is the touchline, actually.
For the kick.
Oh, wait on.
Oh, Hans.
0.
Annoying.
There shouldn't be a marker there.
No, there shouldn't. Good play, nice and wide, draws people over. So now you've got 4 people on that half of the court. That means there's 1 this side. Unless the other one's covered back. I don't know why I'm leaning. It's not like I can see round myself. So all 4 people on that side of the white line at the moment. So there's a big gap this side. 20. Oh.
Nice.
Oh, it's a shame. They had numbers
overplay.
There.
1 pass too many.
It's a shame.
From the Tigers' point of view, they can control the Dragons' defense quite well. They're dragging them all over the place.
Once the ball is alive, they can keep it alive for a long time. I think they lack in the fast play of the ball area. They're never in the right timing.
Still.
It's just not collecting the ball at speed. Like, is it not Corey? Sorry, it's none of them are at their full speed when they collected the ball. The Tigers.
They literally he just took 1 push and then caught the ball. So there's like no speed.
Buffering.
Buffering.
I mean, that's a great steal. So that pass to him is too high. You're going to kill his speed, actually, while we're on this freeze frame. As soon as you have to lift your arms up to catch the ball, you'll kill all your speed because you're basically turning into like the parachute as such.
And your control of the chair, because it's really hard to control your chair when you've got both hands in the air trying to catch a ball.
Yeah.
So there's a risk of you spinning on yourself. Oh, nice catch though. But yeah, I just if
pause it for a sec, Jack.
Caught the ball with more speed. It's not being a faster player. It's just being at your full speed when you catch the ball.
So it was like what we said
difference
at the Challenge Cup final with Scraps, when he holds back, but then when he does come in, he comes in blistering speed.
He catches the ball when he's at full speed already, and then you can play around and try and beat them or pass the ball or whatever. But you're an actual threat when you come at speed. Whereas right now, coming up after one push, you're just such an easy catch for the marker, first of all, and you're not actually a proper threat. And then the only threat they are is because they start keeping the ball alive and playing it all over the place. And then it's just hard to keep up. But then when we play against Australia as England, we just keep focused and don't push up too fast and just make sure we know like we're covering everywhere and we're just hovering around and they can't get through because they're just passing the ball, but they're not actually coming at speed. So there's no risk of us.
They need one person to just take it upon themselves while they're doing it. It's a good play style that they do, keeping the defense up high and honest. But all they need is one or two people in the midst of that to come actually 100 miles an hour as fast as they can in a straight direct line.
It's like what we said the other day with the analogy I made towards baseball of if you throw a same ball which is at a certain speed and then you do a fast ball or a slower ball, you'll have more of an impact with a diversity of runs. But you have to come in at pace, because what you don't want to have to do is, like, when you catch the ball, you don't really want to have to push your chair. You want to be able to keep that ball there, maybe give one wheel or something like that. You don't want to then have to lap it and then try and push around someone. Your initial pace should be able to beat them.
Yeah, I mean, if people don't want to understand what we're talking about, just watch Gilles Cauzel's playing. I mean, he's the perfect example. He does that to the perfection. Catches the ball, doesn't push his chair, and just weaves around everyone and gets through. Because he's in complete control of his chair. He's got full... No, but I mean, you know what I mean.
Shut down quite good in that World Cup final.
Well, they still won.
This is true.
The French are great at it. They do the perfect play of the ball each time. They're always at full pace, and that's why they represent a big threat. They're not very good at any specific plays. They just play the ball fast, and that's all they do.
Right, should we get on with this?
Yeah, mate.
Yeah, I think this is the actual video that's lost quality. It's yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
So no support there. There's someone defending on him going backwards, and there's no support. If he just gives it to someone there.
He did well, though, to get back into dragging two people out. Tried to play for a penalty, didn't get it.
Yeah.
Yeah, look at all the time they've got to build up the pace. Then it's like you can see they've got the pace. It's like they need to catch the ball, put it on the lap, and take 3 pushes before they get any speed, and then they get hit.
Yeah. Whereas if they caught the ball with the speed already, they could direct their chair instead of having to push it.
I mean, we're starting to sound like a broken record, but it's frustrating.
No, but it's just I think they would be way more competitive in this doing that.
It's good, though. It's good to have like just simple little things that will change your game that much.
Oh yeah, mate.
Box standard.
The Aussies are a great team, and I think that's probably the one thing they're missing is a fast play of the ball, and having great pace when they catch the ball. And I think it'll make a huge difference in their team.
But like they were saying, the Tigers are actually undefeated before this game. I mean, it's looking like it's going to be Dragons, but
undefeated because they've never played against Catalan.
Oh God,
Jesus!
Catalan.
Cheers, Jack.
You're very welcome, Fred.
No, we feel. Oh, push to the outside. Left. Unless surely the ref's by the try line. So
Oh,
why did it go to the wing then?
the wing. Oh, there was Breadgroves on the wing, right?
No, it's in the other wing. Oh.
Well, this is what we've been talking about every single live stream is just that sloppy attack. You know, when you see the try line, you just try everything to get through, and there's no organization. But I think every single team does it. I mean, even the best teams. I mean, I know I like to talk about it a lot, but we always do the same thing anyway. So. I need a few more psychological webinars. Go on then.
One of the main things when it comes to that is the fact that by the time one person realizes there's two other people that are already running in with the ball. So like if you're like, oh, we're crashing into this corner, no, that's wrong, we should have gone left. By the time you've got that and tried to pass it on to your team, there's already someone else that's running to the same corner, and then someone else in a different gap opens up. It sort of it gets that sort of, that's where
you get everyone on the same page, don't you?
Yeah. But it's how to do it that quick and in the moment.
What happened there?
Good pickup.
That a kick?
Are they giving the try?
I don't know.
Oh, what happened there? Oh, sorry.
Drop out.
I like you looking really serious like that with that hat on, Jack. Just doesn't go well together. Ooh, unfortunate short drop kick.
Yeah.
That's the ref helping them get up. See, and this is their like first drive where you start building momentum and everything, and then because he's trying to get through, and then he doesn't, and then he has to come back, and then he puts his tag on. It just wasted so much time. And same again here.
Back to where he actually started from.
You're not building any momentum at all, and that it could be the first tackle right now, but you're actually already on your third because you haven't gained any meters. You haven't gained anything. Just because they're fighting to get through now, instead of playing for the fifth tackle, for example. I think the general idea is like you got your 3-4 first tackles to mess up the defense, and then when they're a mess, then you attack. Whereas here, it just seems like you're trying to get through each time.
Yeah.
But on red side as well, that he's trying to get through, has to come back, got no momentum. Tim plays it literally a meter away from the marker, gains 50 centimeters? Ridiculous. Right.
Sam's getting really angry.
Yeah.
Don't you want him to coach you?
Right, so they've gained 50 centimeters again.
Service next year.
And then they drop it. So right then, what they should have. Oh God. Bye. Just kidding. No, it's a shame. It's a shame because they should.
But the thing is,
just going up in twos would make a huge difference there. They would have gained,
But that's a good place to be. If you're in a place where, like you say, a simple thing like pushing harder before you get the ball, playing it wider than a marker, if those things can improve your game that much, you're in a great position.
Oh yeah.
It's nice to have a simple, how can we fix this like this? You never sort of can get those once you get to a certain level. It's always more intricate.
Yeah, it's always trial and error once you get so far.
But like you've got some box standard basics here that you can easily build on for both teams. Play that ball. Play that ball.
Drop kick.
Ugh. I mean, that pass was nowhere near on.
Stay in your chair, people.
Yeah, so for me that was a great drive, and he got into two players, and once he was getting into contact and there was two players there, he knew he was not going to get through anymore. So what do you do then? You stop your chair with your arms.
Yes.
If it burns a bit, man up. You stop your chair and fast play the ball. But when you fall out your chair, you just lose all your speed, and you've gained a few meters, but you haven't gained any momentum. So who cares? It's the same. You should always try your best to stay in your chair, especially in those first tackles. Oh.
Offload. Could have made a lot more. No, don't force that. You made great ground then. All of them would have been way offside.
Another great catch.
You got
Good
lucky.
ball.
You got really lucky that they've got players with good hands.
Oh no, yeah. That's why they have good hands though, because they do it all the time. They're always sending the ball around.
Well, that's like when in the off season, when Jack was staying at mine, and he was like, "Oh yeah, we'll play." He came to training. He was like, "Oh, I like playing with you, Fred. I don't have to look when I pass the ball." I was like, "Cheers, mate. If you could, it helps. You just do this. Yeah, there you go."
You do have long arms, I must say. That wasn't a penalty for me. I don't know if it's going to be or not, but it was just.
That was a good tackle, if you ask me.
Last tackle, yeah. I think it was just a good tackle. Was that first half? Was that it?
First half. Yeah, we're at an hour, so it must be. Yeah.
Yeah, that was half time.
I just want to see the tackle again, because it was a good hit.
He hit him into the wing. But the thing is, it's the guy that's fallen out of his chair, I think, the last 3 tackles. This one that's playing the ball now.
Hands. So it's a loop pass over there, fast hands. And
then he overlaps. Great drive. And then he just
mind you, he didn't go for the tag, did he?
He did. He got the tag off.
Not initially. He got
his chair into position and took the tag off.
He got his tag.
Nah,
he's got no other option.
He hit chair first, but
hit chair first without attempting. You can't ram somebody's chair without trying to get the tag. So ram, then go for the tag. So that's why they've called it.
I don't know.
He got his chair into position. I don't know.
He wasn't in position at all. He went to the side of his wheel. Look at that. Straight to the side of his wheel.
If you take that option away, how do you defend in this sport?
Well, no, I'd have said that was all right, to be honest.
I think.
Yeah. I mean, it wasn't.
It's the rugby. You got to play rugby.
Yeah, initially he did. He went for the chair first, which is what we always say anyway. But the fact that he pulled the tag before the guy even hit the floor and stuff like that, it wasn't like it was a smash.
Well, we've got a couple of refs in the comments, which should put it to rest. But for me, the initial contact was made when he wasn't trying to get the tag.
Who's still in it?
So in the rules, if you hit a player, you have to be attempting to reach for the tag on that. It's to stop people from using both hands on the wheels to ram people.
Yeah, but I wouldn't have said that was a penalty for that one.
Yeah.
I mean, go back again. We'll see at what point he took his hand off.
Let's see if we're missing something.
Because he got slow-mo. Put it in slow-mo.
Tag.
Put it in slow-mo.
I'll try to play it in slow-mo.
You can. You've got playback speed 0.5.
Yeah, we'll do it half speed.
Right, who's in here still? Tim's in here. Look at
Steve's still here.
Yeah.
You should have put it in slow-mo afterwards. Like, get it towards, because now we're going to just go through to...
Wait for there it is. Is it?
Right, here we go.
Oh no, that's way too far back.
Back.
Yeah, put it back in normal speed, get it to the tackle, and then put it in playback slow-mo.
Shut up, Seb.
Here we go. Here he comes.
Oh, Tim, you're right.
He's had his hand on the.
You're right, mate. If you watch for the.
Nah, that's a tackle.
No, you're right. I'm eating my words.
Well, what's Steve?
Watch his right hand. There.
Yeah, like I say, there's.
Yeah, he went for the tag straight away, and then the momentum of his chair just took him out. That's fine.
Wait, Steve said, Fred, you need to read up on your laws. That's a no-no.
Yeah, I take away what I said earlier on. Steve, you're a bad ref.
I'd say that there's. I wouldn't say there was anything wrong with that.
It's where is it? It's there.
Look, there. He's got his hand on
Going for the
on
tag,
the tag
there.
And it's not even a side hit. His chair is just. He's not hitting his wheels. He's like kind of in front of him. It's just a big impact, but it's not a penalty.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, that's his first half anyway. I'm going to change that back to normal speed because it'll do us heading when we come back.
You can just stop it now.
Oh yeah, I'm going to. Right, God, you saw.
Cheers, Steve.
I called Mussolini. Yeah, I think for the moment it's a shame. Like in yardage, for example, I know in yardage you should limit the risks and everything because your aim right there is to not take any risk and get out of your half kind of thing. But you can still, do a pass that's just 1 meter further and do one extra pass. That's not taking a huge risk, especially a team like all the Aussies. They all know how to catch balls really well. So in yardage there, if they just take an extra meter away from their guy that's playing the ball, he can pass that to you easily. You're just slightly further away from the marker. If the marker's a fast player and he's already on you, you've got that second man with you. Just pass the ball, and you've already gained a few more meters, which is huge in this sport. And then when you get to impact, slow your chair, fast play the ball. There's no risks in doing that. You just pass the ball, and then another time you can go in twos or even threes, but without taking too many risks. And then you can start playing the ball properly after that. I don't think they did yardage very well there because they just kept going in single drives way too close to the play of the ball and getting stopped by the marker each time. And as we mentioned earlier on, they didn't have any pace either when catching the ball, which made it even worse. So that's my opinion on yardage. And then on good ball, I think, unfortunately, they didn't always have their heads up properly. I mean, they couldn't always see what was in front of them. I think they all wanted to save the day individually. And when they ran out of options, they would, pass the ball, offload, whatever. But it was, I don't know, they didn't always make the right decisions at the right time. And I think
have you got any positives?
Oh, mate, they're really good hands, really good passes. I think they managed to get through eventually anyway, but it wasn't the easiest option, which just shows how capable they are of getting to the point. But there's just so many easier ways. And if you think about it in a game, the amount of time they waste taking the hardest option, if they went to the easiest option each time, maybe they can score 2 or 3 tries more in a game.
But it's also time and energy.
Help you in games. And it's energy.
They burn up a lot of energy.
I know.
Yeah. So personally, for an individual, the guy that we saw that got hit out at the end then, I don't know his name. What you said was slowing down into a tackle. So he is using the defenders to stop himself. If he slowed himself down and stayed upright and then got a quick play of the ball off, they'd be in a hell of a lot better position.
Yeah. And it's not hard to not fall out your chair. I mean, if you just before impact, if you just break, I mean, I use my forearms just to stop my chair slightly. It used to burn before when I started doing it, but now, I don't know, I've built a resistance on my forearms and it doesn't burn anymore. And it just slightly stops my chair just before impact. I just do it and I keep my hand on the ball so it doesn't fall off my lap. And it's a slight bump. I can quickly put my tag on and quickly play the ball. And it just changes everything in your momentum and just makes a huge difference. Just stopping from
not leaning back so much, but making yourself big on the impact as well.
Yeah,
so when you're going, like you're saying, when you're slowing down by using your elbow, Seb, and you've got to lean forward, just as they do make that contact to make yourself big again.
Yeah. It's like the initial pass. If you catch it high, it's going to slow you down. So opening yourself out.
Yeah, open yourself out up high gives you a little bit of balance and chair control.
Yeah. It's just absorbing the shock kind of thing. Like it's a slight movement to absorb the whole shock of the hit and stay in your chair.
100%. You're not going to be able to do it every time. We've all fallen out of our chairs, but if you can take that down to 50% of the time, like instead of being caught off guard when you're trying to make a pass, you're going to get knocked out your chair because your weight is all over the place. But when you're just driving into 2 people, if you can sort of lower the amount of times you come out of your chair at that, you'll be in such a more dominant position.
Yeah, because when you're going into two people, that is your job done. I mean, that is the perfect setup for your teammates afterwards. If you manage to draw in two players and quickly play the ball, that means your team's 4-on-3.
Yeah.
I mean, but if you fall out of your chair, that means they have time to retreat and get ready in defence, and then it's just a classic 4-on-4 again, and you've got no numbers and you've gone nowhere. So, wheelchair rugby league is all about that. It's just like drawing in two players, fast play the ball, so they're not ready for you, and you have numbers on them, and that is like wheelchair rugby league. Honestly. So anyway, it was great watching that though.
Second half, what's that, Friday?
Second half will be Friday, yep. Same time, 12 o'clock our time. We'll go over the second half, see how that game finishes out. Remember, guys,
so what's the score at the moment, Scraps?
I think did the score at the end? I was 26-10 the last time I wrote it down. I might be wrong though.
For the Dragons.
For the Dragons, yeah, red team. Yeah. So
nice.
ahead of Friday, guys, remember we're going to have the quiz coming up on Saturday, 7 o'clock. Get your questions into us on that email. Send them into wheelchairrugbyleague@gmail.com.
Get a team together. There's enough refs
it doesn't have to be about wheelchair rugby league. Just saying.
Well, it doesn't have to be, but yeah.
It can be about...
I'm trying to get people to do wheelchair rugby league. I feel like I've got an advantage that way because I don't know anything else.
Oh, what?
I don't know anything other than wheelchair rugby league, mate.
You'll know my ones. Oh, my ones are more for fun.
Just said it's true. It's shocking. It is really shocking.
But yeah, so see everyone on Friday, 12 o'clock.
See them on Friday. Remember,
code the second half of this.
Your beard struggles.
Oh yeah. Got a little discount code.
Remember. Right, love you and leave you. I'm going to see you Friday.
Love you. Great, thank you.
See you Friday.
Bye, love you.
Bye. Ciao.